I'm Kathy Lucas, and welcome to Trax. If you tuned in tonight, you tuned in on probably one of the best nights that you'll see here on Trax. We are very fortunate to have two outstanding bands, one of which are a newer band. They are a local band, but I doubt they'll be local for long. They are D-Force. We'll be hearing from them in just a couple of minutes. The other band is here from Miami. They are a band that are going to be breaking into the Tampa Bay area. You should be hearing a lot from them as well. They're Far Cry. Right now, let me welcome D-Force to the show. Gentlemen, thanks for doing this with us.
Great to be here.
Thank you for having us.
Well, good. What are we going to hear first?
We're going to hear Brother with a Problem.
Okay, I'll tell you what we're going to do. We'll let you do a couple of songs, and then we'll take a break and then take the phone call. So I should tell everybody, if you want to call, wait just a couple of minutes. Let these guys play, and you can reach us here at 576-2669. And these guys have been awfully generous tonight. They brought presents for you. If you want to see them live at the Ritz Theater next Thursday, if you call anytime tonight during the show, you've got yourselves a pair of tickets. That's happening Thursday night at the Ritz Theater. Mm-hmm. Okay, right now, have at it. This is D-Force.
Brother with a Problem. Brother with a problem. Him nod and lean. Got a problem. Brother with a problem. Him lost his dream. He got a problem. A brother with a problem. He take all he can. He got a problem. A brother with a problem. In the promised land. He got a problem.
Brother with a problem, he lost his dreams. I got a brother with a problem, takes all he can. A brother with a problem, in the promised land. Never for a second will you have my back. Your life is a street and you fall through the crack. The love you want is so whack. You're standing on the corner, smoking crack. A brother with a problem, he nods and leans. A brother with a problem, he lost his dreams. I got a brother with a problem, hey, he takes all he can. A brother with a problem, in the promised land. Go on, baby. Do style. To the bridge, boys. You know life is a road, tons and miles. You're living a lie, living in disguise. You're down on the force for a piece of drug. Lost home, lost life, lost love. A brother with a problem takes all he can. A brother with a problem in the promised land. A brother with a problem, don't look at me. A brother with a problem, he just can't say. Sing, boys, come on. Say, a brother with a problem, a brother with a problem.
Rastafari.
Ja.
Yes.
Thank you. Hey, your eggs.
All right. For our next selection,
We're going to get jazzy.
we're gonna get jazzy. Here's one for Earth Day. It's called New World.
This baby's lying at my feet, so don't poison them with toxic waste. Just give them some food to eat and pray they learn from your mistakes. So freedom, you got to live for us all. Why? 'Cause you're not the only one. You're not alone, there's the rest of this new world. This new world, y'all. That's right. Think of the peace pipes token away all the smoke of time that blinds us all. I'm gonna get down and pray for the day that we break down the walls for one world unity. You'll find we live in the promised land, so fight for peace. Yeah, stake it clean for every man. With freedom, you got to live for us all. Why? 'Cause you're not the only one. You're not alone, there's the rest of this new world. Make it right now, now. It's time for a change. I'll show you how. To use our brain to decide what you want in your life. It's up to you. My little boys and girls. You gotta think about the rest of this world. You're not alone on your own, and you won't be denied the world. So down the decade is faded away to the dark recesses of my mind. I'm gonna get up and say, hey! Save the future of mankind for freedom. That's right, live for us all. 'Cause you're not the only one, no you ain't. So you're not alone, there's the rest of this new world. I said freedom, you gotta live for us all. Why? 'Cause you're not the only one. You're not alone, there's the rest of this new world. This new world. This new world.
Man, I am impressed.
Thank you.
You guys sounded great.
Thank you.
I'll tell you what, we need to take a break right now. If you want to call in and talk to D-Force, they're going to be live for about the next 20 minutes. Give us a call at 576-2669. We will be right back with D-Force.
Come on, call!
Girl, you better rise. Stock banana till the morning come. Daylight come and me wanna go home. Come, Mr. Tallyman, tally me banana. Daylight come and me wanna go home. Come, Mr. Tallyman, tally me banana. Daylight come and me wanna go home. He's a 6 foot, 7 foot, 8 foot bunch. Daylight come and me wanna go home. It's 6 foot, 7 foot, 8 foot bunch. Daylight come and me wanna go home. Day, oh, easy day. Daylight come and me wanna go home.
Is it a chair? Is it a lounger? Or is it a bed? It's all three. It's a Comfort Zone futon, the most versatile piece of furniture in the house.
When comfort and space are a must, the Comfort Zone futon is a solution. America's lifestyle furniture for the 90s. Futons and frames beginning as low as $189.
D-Force, I want to remind you that later on in the show, you can watch Far Cry. They are a band out of Miami. They're playing tonight and tomorrow night at the Rocket Club, and we'll hear a little from them later on. Right now, I want to welcome and congratulate D-Force. That sounded super, guys.
Thank you.
I'm very
very
impressed.
Thank you. Just a little something we would.
Now, do you say that to all the bands?
No.
Okay.
You mean you don't watch the show every week? Well, no, I don't say that to all the bands. So you're a fairly new band. What, 6 months old?
Mm-hmm. We're actually a 5-piece band.
I know Nick couldn't be here
Our
tonight,
bass player couldn't be with us tonight.
but
He's here in
We're
spirit.
like usual.
and that's
And we put him right next to you because we know that's where he would have wanted to sit.
The widow.
The widow.
You know, flattery will probably get you everywhere on this show, so I appreciate that.
Well, you got to meet Nick.
Tell us a little bit about how the band got started.
Long stories.
All right, whose turn is it?
I know, you've told us a million times, and
Well, it's actually, there's a different story for every member. It started, I played with my dad. His name is Joey D.
right.
And we played all around, and it got to a point of where I wanted to do, you know, like my own thing kind of thing. And I said, listen, you know, how about if we get rid of all these, you know, tired old dudes and let me hire some young guys? Dad, will that be okay? And he said, well, only if they can play the 50s and 60s music, you know, and I don't have to turn around every 5 minutes and tell them to play quieter.
right.
So, Andy was in the band already, and then we found George, or George found us. We were moving to Florida, and we just said it to him as a joke. You want to move to Florida? He was like, you know what? Yeah. So then George came down, and then we met Phil in Clearwater. We had put numerous ads, and we had a bunch of auditions for guitar players, and we couldn't find anybody. And then me and Phil met totally by chance
At a record
At a
store.
record
at a record store,
right.
Which we don't
showed
care
each
to
other
mention.
our father's CDs. As his
We
dad is
should
Manfredo
mention-
Fest.
Exactly.
Manfredo Fest, yeah. Well, see, I was working at the record store, and these two walked in, and it was like very obvious that they were in a band.
No, what was your first clue? The tattoos, the hair?
What was the hair?
Yeah.
The hair, and the hair and the
You
strut.
look so mean. You
The
so weird
strut.
mean.
The strut, yeah.
I think they were in a
These guys
heavy
must be
metal
bad.
band.
Well, like when they walked in, it was like a chill in the air. And in my head, I heard, and like, you know, a bolt of lightning struck, and like I just talked to him, and we hit it off and proceeded to show each other our dad's CDs, and that's how it happened.
The band sort of evolved from there. But you also do another project, and that is the Starlighters, and that's with your father.
Yeah.
And you were telling me a little bit about that. You go on tour for weeks at a time, and you play. Well,
Yeah,
you're
we
playing
play-
Vegas soon, aren't
Yeah,
you?
we're going out to Las Vegas. We play all over the country, and it gives us a chance to really,
And abroad.
and abroad,
And abroad.
a lot of broads,
A lot of broad.
and that really gives us a chance to, you know, have some discipline, and we're not crybabies if we can't fit on the stage in boomerangs and
And we-
stuff like that. You
and
know,
we-
we're used to it already.
Exactly.
And we get to see a lot of music out there, you know, not just in one area where unfortunately a lot of musicians stay in one area, and that's, you know, they get into a habit of things where, you know, we're pretty spread. We see a lot of,
That explains the stagnant sound you often hear.
yeah, we see a lot.
How would you categorize your music? Because you never really hear the same thing twice. It's sort of funky. It's, you know, a little punk. It's a little bit of everything.
Well,
It's music.
We try to encompass everybody's influences, and seems to be pretty much the same. And by doing many different songs, we try to make the whole music, cover the whole musical spectrum of what's happening and what we're all influenced by. Sometimes there's different styles even within the one song.
And believe it or not, there are people out there that want to hear more than just one kind of music. You know,
Yeah,
more than one
exactly.
style a night. You know,
we try and program our sets like we'd wish our radio stations were programmed.
we are the best radio station.
It's like I don't
there.
like to have to stay up till 3 o'clock in the morning to hear different kind of music. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So we just, you know, we'll play a rock song, we'll play a thrash song, we'll do a rap song with a funk break with a jazz guitar solo over the top of it, just to try and be interesting. Because if you look through anybody's CD collection, it's all different.
Exactly. You're never
you know,
going
kinda
to
stuff.
see just one of.
Yeah.
If we stick to one style, it starts to get boring as a player and for the listeners as well.
Okay, I want to ask you a few more things, especially about your fathers, but we've already got some phone calls, so let's get to the lines. Jill, how are you tonight?
Right.
Do you have a question for D-Force?
No, I was just going to tell him that they're really good. I saw I guess it was the band with his dad a couple years ago on TV, There Was Something, and I taped that a long time ago. I knew he was really familiar when I turned this on. So I thought you were really good back then, and I think you're really good right now.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Have you had
Joe.
a chance to see them live since then?
Nope, not yet.
Well, would you like tickets to go to the Ritz Theater next Thursday to see them?
Yeah, sure.
They're yours. I'm going to put you on hold, and you can pick up the tickets here anytime this week.
Okay.
And did that answer your question? I mean, do you have anything else to say?
I was just going to tell them I like how they have such a variety of different kind of music. It's not just one thing. It's a real big variety of stuff. It's really neat.
Thank you.
All right. We're doing a gig down at Straub Park where we're going to come out in the afternoon and play a D-Force set, and then we're going to take a break, and then we're going to change our clothes and put our suits on, and we're going to get real civil. We're going to do a Joey D and the Starlighters set in the evening, too.
I think 3:45 is the D-Force show, and 7 o'clock is the Joey D show, yeah.
Yeah.
So you can see us do both.
Yeah, you can see us be
How
wild and
talented
crazy,
we
and you can
really
see us
are.
be
All ages, by the way.
All ages.
Hey, just when is that?
April 12th.
Okay.
Sunday.
Sunday.
Sunday!
Don't miss it. Don't
Okay.
disappoint me.
All right, Jill.
I will be looking for you.
Okay.
I'm going to put you on hold. Thanks a lot for calling.
Say hello to us.
Rick, how are you tonight?
How are you, man?
We're doing great. Do you have a question for
Okay.
D-Force?
Hey, yeah, hey, you guys sounded good, man.
Thanks
you.
a lot.
I caught you. Where did you guys get your name?
Well, everybody has a sort of a different nickname, but Phil's nickname is Funky Filmo D since before he even met me, and my name is Ronnie D, so that's where we got the name.
Oh, that's cool. Where do you guys see yourself about 2 years from now?
Andy?
With many hits and known all around the world.
Yes, hopefully.
And money, money, money?
Hopefully we'll be playing
Love, money,
Lots
and
and lots
love.
of money.
And
lots
money.
and lots of money.
Oh, dear.
Hopefully we'll be playing all the way up to Jacksonville and Orlando by then.
You think?
Hopefully.
You'd actually cross over to the...
Hey, we'll
that-
try.
Great.
Hey, you guys sound good. I wish you best of luck, man.
Hey, thanks a lot, man.
All
Come
right.
see us.
I try.
All right, man.
Later.
Thanks a lot for calling. Ronnie, do you think in any way it's been a hindrance to be associated with, like the sons of famous fathers?
It's only
Phil, have you
as
noticed
much
that?
as you let it hinder you. You know? I mean,
And do you think
I don't
people
feel-
expect you to be...
There's a certain level that you kind of have to. I think you have to be up to people do expect that, yeah, especially when you perform with your father.
yeah.
You know,
Like
like
other people expect you to be doubly better.
well, they
than
look at you
anybody
like, are
else,
you
you
in
know?
this band because of the blood relationship, or are you in this band because you can cut it? You know, so. But I don't see that as a hindrance. That's just,
I think weighing the pros
Motivation
and
to-
cons, there's definitely a lot more pros.
And from knowing both of their fathers, I would think it's their fathers that expect it more than the people listening.
Oh, really?
That's true.
Did you get interested in music because of your father, or was that something that you just...
Well, I always kind of sang in the shower and that sort of thing, but one night they needed a singer, and they were stuck for a singer, and they had heard me singing in the car and that kind of thing, and they said, listen, you got to do it. We have a signed contract for this gig. We need another singer to sing the sets in between my dad's shows. So they just stuck me on the stage, and that was it. My mother made me do it.
Your mother made you do it. And she's sitting in the studio, too,
God
so you
bless
better say some awfully nice things about your mother. I want to talk, though. Your mother is acting as your manager and
Yep.
publicist.
Lois Lee Management. Any
and
bands out there need managing?
Lois Lee Management.
Lois Lee Management.
She's got plenty of time.
she is obviously doing a good job. She's been getting you a lot of bookings with
Yeah,
the
well,
local clubs.
She's
and-
been with my dad for 25 years. They've been married, and has met numerous people in the industry and that kind of thing. Not to brag or say anything, because I mean here we are, but she definitely sends our tapes to a lot of people that should get it and would normally listen to it. As where most tapes people, they just throw them in the garbage or record over them or whatever. So we have gotten listened to by a lot of good
She's
people.
been real. She's been a key reason. Like, see, club owners are kind of shy about us at first because we're not the mainstream.
Right.
You know what I mean? And like before, like now we've been playing a little bit, so it's not as hard as it was. But she, her persistence and her experience got us in there in the first place, which was kind of hard at first. And there's a few up and coming new eclectic style bands that are, that could definitely use a manager like that, because, club owners, they don't know. They don't know if we're the formula that's going to sell their booze.
Yeah,
you
when
know?
you're different, when you're different, club owners don't want to take that chance.
But they're taking the risk and
They want you to play for free 3 or 4 times.
Yeah.
And then, right, exactly.
So-
Now, but you're crossing over. I mean, you're playing the Boomerangs and you're playing the Rocket Clubs.
Yeah.
And the ACLs, whatever. But you don't find many bands. I mean, you think of a band that plays the Rocket Club, might be a little bit of a harder rock band. You might not catch them at the ACL Club. So what do you think? I mean, is there a different following or do you have basically one following they sort of
Well, we're
go
just
wherever you're
lucky.
playing that
We're
night?
just lucky.
We're finding our following.
Yeah,
and
we're
they're
still-
finding us. When they see us, they get converted like instantly, because we're seeing our following grow, It's the people that really are searching for something new, something different, not the same old, they're coming back. They love it.
Thank God.
That's
Yeah.
always been my goal for the last few years is because I like both style. I like alternative music and I love hard rock. And I always thought it would be great to be in a band that could cover the whole spectrum. And there's a lot of bands that are signed that are doing that. And not necessarily that we're following them, but it's like people are more hip to that sort of thing now.
Starting to catch on.
Than they were, say, maybe 5 years ago.
What do you think of the local music scene here as a whole?
It's great.
I think it's great. I'm originally from Connecticut. And Connecticut's such a conservative state, and music, clubs, it's a hard thing up there. It's like everybody's piped in music, the easy way to make money. They don't have an expense, but it's stagnant for the creative artists that are up there, and most of them don't stay. It's a shame, but they got to go where
Good original
where
scene,
there's
yeah.
an outlet, to perform and play.
Even coming from New York and New Jersey, where it's supposed to be like the greatest scene in the world,
Right.
it's like way more fertile. There's like so many more places to play down here. There's maybe 5 or 6 clubs that you can play in New York City now, and there's 7,000 bands at least on any
Exactly.
night trying to play those 5 clubs.
And they usually pay to play. So.
Yeah, and they pay to play and all of that.
They get an
kind of
hour
garbage.
to play. They don't get to,
Yeah,
have a
us, we get to
demonstration.
play all night long.
And do you do mostly originals to walk
Yeah,
in?
only
all
originals.
original.
That's fantastic.
It seems the local scene here has become more open to originals than it did when we moved down about 2.5 years ago.
Yeah.
Everything was covers.
There's some great original bands
and now
in the
that-
area.
Yes.
A lot of the
There really
clubs
are.
that only had cover bands are having bands like us.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's got to be neat to be on stage and look in the audience and watch people singing your words,
Oh yeah,
What's an original song? It's
calling
gotta be
out
a
your
great
songs.
feeling.
It's
It's
wild.
like
It's wild.
Yeah, it's a great feeling.
Dancing to our rhythms.
Your own work's paying off. Yeah.
So how soon are we going to be able to get a D-Force tape?
Well, we have a demo in the works. It's top secret. I can't tell you all the details, but we're doing a demo, and we're considering selling it, on a local release level kind of thing. But we don't want to, blow it because we're pretty sure we're going to get a deal pretty soon. I mean, there are definitely a lot of wheels in motion that are positive wheels. So if we put a local release out and then we get a deal, then it'll kind of be, shabby to give out a decent demo and then come out with a real good CD that everybody hopefully will want to buy.
Exactly.
So depending on the timing of the demo, that depends on whether we put it out for local consumption or not.
So you're not exactly sure. If people come up and say, look, I really have to get your music, I want to hear something.
Yeah, we'll
Yeah,
get
you
them
can
a
sort
copy.
of-
something.
Yeah,
Get 'em a copy of
There's
something.
always bootlegs around. Yeah.
Bootlegs.
There's been bootlegs.
Bootlegs.
I mean, right?
They're out there.
Us bootlegged already.
We bootleg our own thing, so.
Yeah, we
it doesn't-
bootleg our own shows and give them to our friends and stuff.
What a nice compliment, though. I mean, I know bands are not crazy about bootlegs, but I always think, hey, it's not such
Hey,
a
at least
bad
somebody
thing,
wants
right?
to, right?
Exactly. Exactly. So you haven't found it too hard to break into this music scene at all?
No, well, we have a really diverse repertoire. So when we play the Rocket Club, we won't play 5 reggae songs in a row, obviously.
Yeah.
But we'll try and stick one in there. We'll try and get over a couple of different styles on the people because we know, the Rocket Club is more geared towards pop, metal,
Sure.
rock and roll kind of thing. And then when we play Boomerangs, we don't play all our thrash songs because, they're more into an eclectic, alternative kind
Open
of thing.
mind, more of an open mind.
We're an open enough where we've done a few theme nights.
Yeah, we've done some theme nights, some reggae nights,
just
and we've
reggae
had
night.
facial sculpture night.
Formal night.
Beard
So
night,
where-
formal
Beard
night.
night.
Where's
night.
the death metal in your music? Are
We've
you
got
hearing
some,
any of that?
we've got some,
Do
yeah.
you?
A couple of songs.
Yeah.
All right.
I was a metal. I was
A little.
Thrasher at one point.
That's right.
Really, Phil?
But he's all right now.
I find that hard to
His
believe.
nickname used to be Philvey.
Yeah, Phil Bay.
Susie, we only have a couple of minutes. Do you have a quick question for D-Force?
I just wanted to say that I saw you guys perform earlier, and I think you guys are really different, and it's really cool.
Thank you.
And
Well,
go ahead.
oh no, I'm sorry. Would you like to see him perform again?
Yeah.
Okay, then I'm going to put you on hold, and we'll give you tickets to the Ritz Theater. That's this Thursday night.
This Thursday
We'll
night.
be at Boomerangs on
Is
Wednesday.
it
And that's
18
with
and up?
Lucian Black and
Mistaken.
also.
Oh, good band. So
Definitely two
it'll be a
good bands.
great night. And you're also playing, I just happen to have
got
a
it.
list. You're also playing Stroud Park April 12th, Boomerangs May 6th through the 7th, Boomerangs again May 20th through the 23rd, and the ACL Club May 29th through the 30th.
The good friends have met since 1935.
That's yeah, that's true. So you definitely need to catch these guys, and you need some tickets. I'll put you on hold right now. See them Thursday night at the Ritz
Thursday
Theater.
night. There is.
This Wednesday at Boomerangs, too.
Absolutely. Susie, thanks for calling. Gentlemen, I want to thank you very much for being on the show tonight. I want to wish you all the luck in the world,
Thank
and
you.
come back anytime.
All right, thanks a
I
lot.
want to say thank you to all our fans and friends that come see us all
That's
the
right.
time.
Everybody.
Thank you. Support your local scene. There's some great bands around, like Pigeon Hoof, like Half Baked Guru. There's some killer bands around,
Excellent bands.
like D-Force,
D4.
D-Force.
Lucian Black, Mistaken. We're playing at the Ritz. There's some great bands around.
Wall
Support your
Street.
scene.
Don't forget Wall Street.
Wall Street, Apple Studios. 1, 2, 3.
Apple Studios.
That's right. They're the best over there.
Are you
All
ready?
right. Guys, thanks a lot. I want to remind you that Asphalt Ballet will be at the Rocket Club this Wednesday night. If you want tickets, call right now. If you're 21 and up, you've got them on us. We will see you back here in 2 minutes with Far Cry.